Hello viewers, we are students from the University of Boya studying educational leadership. The course title Current Issue in Educational Leadership, course code EDL 402. We are to discuss on educational reforms in Cameroon.
Hello, I'm Tamari.
Yes.
I'm Moa Hodi Samji, so it's student from Business Boya. So what are we going to do about discussion?
Oh my dear, I'm called Tambe Irene, and our focus today is to talk about the educational reforms in Cameroon. Our main focus is on the 1998 educational laws, 1993 and the 2001 educational laws. We are supposed to also talk about the goals of education in Cameroon.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, we are being supervised by Dr. Tibot Ashu, who is a senior lecturer in the Department of EFA.
Yeah,
So let's look at it. Let's look at how Cameroon's education system is being programmed. It's
yeah,
split into two.
yeah,
We have a French subsystem and the English subsystem.
okay.
When let's look at how the various education systems are being placed under the ministries.
All right, in Cameroon, we have four ministries under the educational system. We have the Ministry of Basic Education, which is divided into two, the nursery education and the primary. We also have the Ministry of Secondary Education, which is divided into two, the general secondary education and the technical secondary education. We also have the Ministry of Higher Education, and lastly, the Ministry of Higher Education and Professional Education, charged with all non-formal education and training.
Okay, now what do we understand by policy orientation?
All right, policies in education, it is a word that is used to all laws and regulation processes that are designed and implemented to achieve particular educational goals.
Okay, now let's look at the policy orientation of nursery schools in Cameroon.
All right, before we even go to the policies, you know that we need to talk about the goals.
Okay, the goals.
Yes, the goals
That's
of
good.
education in Cameroon. And when we talk about the goals of education in Cameroon, what are the goals? Some of the goals of education in Cameroon are to improve access and equity at all levels of education, to improve the quality of learning, pay attention to socio-economic environment, to shape our mind, to shape our moral values through a systematic formal transmission.
Okay, now let's look at this briefly. What are policy orientations
All
of
right.
primaries and nursery schools in Cameroon?
Okay, as I earlier said, policies, educational policy is used to refer to all laws, regulations, and processes that are designed and implemented to achieve particular educational goals. And the policy orientation of um, primary
And
education and primary and nursery education, or the nursery and primary education. We have a decree number 72/281 of June 1972, which brought nursery education under the control of the Ministry of National Education.
Okay, now those are the policy orientation, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at these orientations in line with the 1998 educational law.
Yeah.
Now, when we look at the educational law, we see that these are a law governing the ownership and management of education in Cameroon. And this law is basically for secondary, primary, and nursery education in Cameroon. And the objective of this law, according to section 15 and 17, is that they shall be entitled to continuity of training profession of teachers in all private schools.
Okay.
That they should inculcate moral and physical values in students in all domains level educations. That that education should be authorized by the state. That means all the activities of primary or private education has to be authorized by the state. So now, looking at this objective, let's briefly look at the policy orientation of the higher educational law in Cameroon.
All right, in the year 2017/2018, the Minister of Secondary Education, Professor Nalowa, picked up the theme Second Generation Secondary Education for the training of citizens capable of promoting bilingualism, multiculturalism, and living together. Such an orientation has already been expressed in Article 15 of Law Number 98/004 of 14 April 1998 on the orientation of education in Cameroon.
Okay, now, as the origin of higher education law in Cameroon. We're observing educational law in Cameroon.
Yeah.
Then let's look at these orientations.
Yeah.
Are they actually inculcating the moral values in students? If yes, are the policy in line with the laws put in place by the educational law? Are they actually training students to uphold to the values and norms of the society? Are those students integrating in the society? Are those students being trained in the physical aspects of the society? Are they trained to have vocational training to prepare them for secondary education as being stated? So let's look at, when you look at the policy of the nursery, primary educations and the secondary education, you look at, they are in line with the educational law. So now let's look at the policy orientation of higher education in Cameroon.
Yeah, the policy orientation of higher education in Cameroon, my dear, Bola 2015 provides an evaluation of the strategic objective of Cameroon higher education. And with the above, we have the first degree number 2005/383 of 17 October 2005 on new university governance laid down the financial regulation applicable to universities. We also have the 9 August 2008 decree creating the University of Maroua.
Okay, Maroua.
Yeah.
Boya.
Yes.
You have even part of Yaoundé,
Yes.
Yaoundé 2
Yes.
and Ngaoundéré.
Yeah.
That this, what was the objective? Okay, now let's discuss this in line with the 1993 educational law.
All right.
But the educational law was the creation of the state universities. And let's look at decree number 92/0074 of 13 April 1992, which come into which brings the existence of Anglo-South University in Cameroon.
Yeah.
That is the Boya University into existence. That is 1992-1993.
Yeah.
So let's look at this. And the sole aim of this law was to reduce overcrowdedness that was being seen, the traffic that was being seen in the University of Yaoundé, was to promote equality of higher educations in Cameroon.
Yeah.
Also to promote vocational training of all standards, to ensure that all the states, the regional states, the region in Cameroon were having universities, which means there was supposed to be balanced education system, accessibility, transportation problem was to be solved. All these challenges were discussed in line with the 1993 educational law in Cameroon.
And do you know, my dear, that in 2010 there was also a decree that created the University of Bamenda.
Yes.
Yes, you know that decree. We have decree number 2010/372 of 14 December 2010, which created the second Anglo-Saxon University of Cameroon. Yeah. And we also have another decree which created the University of Ebolowa and Garoua in 2001.
Okay, looking at the 2001 international law, we see that 2001 international law is mainly on the aspects that establish of school administrations. That generally the educational policy in Cameroon is to promote scientific, cultural, professional and ethical knowledge for the development and purpose of education. The objective to attain was to attain the Vision 2035 in Cameroon, which were all citizens were to be trained to reduce unemployment, to train them to be of national consciousness, and this all was to reduce unemployment and to promote education in the country. So, Madam Tami Irene,
Yeah,
I
my
thank you
dear.
very much. Unfortunately, we were supposed to do this presentation with one of our group members, Sheikh Sola, who is not here with us. We don't know for now what the cause is, but we thank Dr. Abel very, very much for this privilege he has given us to air our mind on social media on how the Cameroon educational law looks like. So, what other view do you have?
No, we just thank our doctor, Ebot Frederick Ashu, for the opportunity he has given for us to present ourselves.
Okay, thank you very much.
We how many minutes?